won't you put it on me? Keep me coming, cause you're all that I need. You give me love, I'll give you everything that you want, as long as you love me.
Bullying is a form of abuse which involves repeated acts to enforce one person's power over another. And in fact, nowadays the most of the schools have strict policies to stamp it out and respond to parents' worries about their children being bullied. The problem is that most kids won't tell you what's going on, especially if the bullying is happening online, called cyberbullying. Personally, I think that is because they are afraid of something that's going to happen. And there are three types of bullying. The first one is the physical, the second one the verbal, and the last one is the social. The physical bullying occurs when the bully uses physical power or violence to force or hurt the victim. This is the easiest form to identify and see the effects of, and it's the most serious and the most commonly responded to in schools. There are several ways bullied used to physically bully another person, like the fighting, the practical jokes, the stealing, and the pushing. The second type of bullying is the verbal. Is when a person consistently uses words to intimidate or hurt another person. This can involve put-downs and verbal coercion. Whatever age you are, being bullied can have a negative effect on your well-being. It can affect your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and things like that. Personally, I think that that bullying is so bad nowadays, and it's so common in our country, and it can have a lot of negative effects in your life.
Bullying has possibly the most serious long-term effect of the three types of bullying. This type of bullying occurs when a person of a group of people purposefully exclude another, engage in gossip, or spreading rumors. Sometimes for teachers and administrators are difficult to be in the scene of the problem because it can be online, internet, or behind the walls, or in whatever place that we can imagine. Too often, bullying incidents are not intervened for this reason. Bullying can occur during or after school hours. A significant percentage happens in places like playground or the bus. Also, it can be traveling to or from school. So we need to pay more attention to the things that happen around us. Cyberbullying is bullying that takes place using electronic technologies. Electronic technologies including devices and equipment such as computers, laptops, tablets, cell phone, and as well as communication tools including text messages, chat, websites, or social media sites, for example, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and many others.
Hello, good morning. My name is Gabriela.
My name is Itlali.
Today we are at Cebatis 4 and we will interview some people to know more about this topic that is quite common nowadays, bullying. We have students that in this high school has been cases of bullying. So we took on the task to investigate this problem. So let's start. May I ask you some questions for our new blog? Yes. It's about bullying. And the first question is, for you, what is bullying?
Well, for me, bullying is when you hurt someone else, physically or emotionally.
For you, what's bullying?
It's when a person hurts another because of no reason.
The first question is, for you, what is bullying?
Well, for me, bullying is when a person damages the feelings of another person.
For you, what is bullying?
It's when one person attacks you for any reason, just for funny.
Good morning. I'm Sandra Valdez, a teacher of the Cervantes 4. May I ask you some questions? Yes, of course. Okay. What is bullying for you?
Bullying is a way that some people use to take advantage of another people, to abuse of people.
We are with Miss Ceci Correa.
Hi.
Good morning, Miss. May I ask you something about bullying? Is red or new black? For you, what is bullying?
Well, for me, bullying is to disturb someone in different ways. Have you suffered bullying?
No.
Okay. Have you suffered bullying?
No.
Have you suffered bullying? Yes, when I was young. Oh, that's terrible. Have you suffered bullying?
Yes.
Could you share with us your experience?
Yes, it's because I was very, very fat, and the people say me things like porky
And how did you feel when you were bullied?
well, I felt very, very sad because they hurt me, and I felt like, oh my God, nobody wants me.
I think that it's normal. And what kind of bullying did you suffer?
Well, I suffered social and verbal.
And could you share with us your experience?
Well, I was in high school and my partners threw me to the floor and started to punish me.
Oh, that's terrible. And how did you feel when you were bullied?
I feel angry and sad.
Okay, it's normal. And the last is, what kind of bullying did you suffer?
Physical.
Do you know about some cases?
Yes. And when I was in the school, a friend told me that a boy always fight with she.
Have you heard about some cases in the school?
Not recently. I heard I have some in the past.
Okay, have you heard about some case that happened in this high school?
Yes, I have here inclusive. So I was involved in one case, sorry, because I was tutor of one group here, and the case was one of my boys was disturbed with other one boy because his sexual preferences. So that was a very sad case here in.
Am I wrong for thinking of the
What you do if you were bullied?
I would go with my main director and I would tell my parents what's going on.
And what would you do if you were bullied?
I told my mother or a teacher or something.
What did you do to solve?
Well, I went with the psychologist here in the institution. We talked with their parents. We make like a meeting, and we have meetings with the psychologist, and they have some arrangements, and they treat this person in order to avoid that he continue doing this in the future.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
How did you interfere to stop trying this case?
Well, I request help to the social worker here in the school to speak with the boys. I don't know what happened during the case, but at the end they apologized with the boy and with the mother because they caused a lot of damage in the boy.
The interview that we did has helped identify some aspects that characterize the bullying, especially to those who ignore the problem. And this kind of fear that the vast of the time people who ignore it are teachers, parents, or even the same students. So it leaves us too many things to think about, and also the capacity to identify an aggressor and a victim of bullying.
Bullying is the most frequently cause of the problems in the society. It is the most common cause of suicides in the whole world. These problems affect most frequently to the children that are in the schools, because in the schools always is going to be someone that likes to disturb or to make someone else feels bad. Some teachers realize of these problems, but they can't do anything because these problems only affect the children, and they are the only ones that can give a final solution for this problem. Bullying affects a lot on the personality and the way to be of the persons. They start to have bad character and stay alone almost all the time. They also don't have a good relation with their parents and friends.
How can I help it? How can I help it? How can I help it?
So, some of the things that you can do when you see someone that has been bullied or that is making bullying are: you have to immediately tell to someone else what you have seen, preferably if it is an adult that can help you and those persons to solve future problems. You must confront the person that is making bullying and let her or him see that is doing something wrong and that is hurting people. So maybe he or she can relax and change his actions. And maybe he or she can start changing his or someone else's lives. Everybody knows that talk about being bullied is difficult. In some cases, it could make the problem bigger and bigger. But if we don't start talking about what's happening in the school or what's happening with us, it will never end.
Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me?